We're talking real estate today.
We're talking butt steak.
Oh, how do you do that? What app is that? About to go look at a 38 unit apartment complex today. That's gonna be wild. What do you guys think about that? You wanna get in on the mix? Hit me up. 38 units. $2.5 million deal, do a little value add, get our money back, keep that bad boy. Ooh, that would be nice. That would be sick. All right, let's get into this thing here. Today we're gonna talk about, a lot of people ask me about how do I run my numbers, the spreadsheet that you always see on my stories. So today I'm gonna bring you inside the computer and just show you exactly how I run my numbers. Now, I understand everyone has their own ways of doing this. You don't need to tell me that. Everyone's different, and whatever works for you, you do whatever works, man. But this is how I do it. A quick rule of thumb in real estate is the 1% rule. The 1% rule is if a house is going for $200,000, your rent should be 1% of that, so $2,000 a month. Quick and dirty. This is something that's used all across the real estate investing world, and that's just a quick way to quickly get your numbers. So if you're at 200,000 and you're getting $1,500 in rents, in my opinion, if there's no room to raise this up, I wouldn't even mess with it. That can save you a bunch of time in itself. All right, and then the next step, say we're somewhere around the 1% rule. Hopefully it's, we're aiming for 1.25 at least. I have some rentals at like 1.5. Some people only do deals at like, 2%, which is really hard to find in this market, but it is possible. But number two, we're gonna go in and I use the Bigger Pockets calculator. I do this because it's so fast. I can quickly show you what your return's gonna be inside this calculator, and I'm gonna bring you into that right now. All right, here we have the biggerpockets.com website, and we're gonna go into tools, and you have all these different tools, which are great. This can really help you figure out, what are the numbers quick. So let's just do rental property, because this is probably going to be for most of you guys. And then as you move forward, you can look at, wholesaling numbers, fix and flips, BRRRR strategy. I have some information already up on this other tab here. This is one of the rentals I have. So you could just throw any title in there, and the important part on the first page here is getting the annual property taxes correct. Now, when I bought this house, I believe they were like $3,200 in property taxes, but when you buy something, it's usually gonna increase, and I just give myself a fat buffer on something like this. So I think I went from 33 or 34 to like 46. Now, if you were to buy something, if it's like $3,000, I'd go up to like 42, just to give yourself enough. You don't want to underestimate on this stuff. So I bought this one for $193. So just put your purchase price in there, put the after repair value. For something like this where we're not doing any value add or anything like that, we'll just put the same number after repair value. Now, if you're doing like a BRRRR, this would be different. This would be your ARV, but we're not doing that on this one. Closing cost, whatever that costs to close up. Usually this can be anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, depending on who you're working with, that type of thing. 25% down, put your interest rate. I got 5.5 on this one. And then amortized over 30 years if that's what you're doing. Next. Then you come to this page, the last one, you're going to put your total rents in here. This one is rented. This is a duplex that's rented out for $2,650. And then I just put my monthly numbers in here. So water, I put 77. That's exactly, on average what we're paying for water for this duplex on a monthly occurrence. And then insurance, $94 for this. And then down here, this is important. You're going to put what you want to set aside as your each month you want to put a little bit of money away to make sure that you're paying for expenses like vacancy, like repairs and maintenance and capital expenditures. At some point, you're going to have to replace a roof. So it's important that you start this now. I would say older houses, I would go maybe a little bit more, maybe like repairs and maintenance, 8%, CapEx maybe 8, and you can see the amounts that it's putting away each month for you here. I've been pretty solid with 5s. And then, management is usually 10%. We keep everything in-house. So that's a little different for us. And then down here at the end, we're going to just put 2, 2, and 2, and then 5.8. These, you could, whatever, put, these are just future estimates. And so, yeah, then you calculate results. And this is a buy and hold analysis of one of the duplexes we have. The important number here is your cash on cash ROI and the monthly cash flow. Let's see what else we got. It shows I talked about the 1% rule, right? Well, this one's 1.36. And then down here, it's kind of cool. It can show you, your ROIs and if you sold it gives you some information here. So I just really like this. It's super easy, and I don't know, I can get my numbers and stuff pretty quick. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, and so now that you've kind of understood that platform and how it works, how to put your data in there, that program is paid. I have to pay for a subscription for that, but it's worth it, I think. Just, I can actually run the numbers on my phone when I'm at a property too. So if, you get the property taxes and that info, quickly get your numbers right on the run. Lastly, I have Rentometer here. Rentometer is just a quick analyzation of rents at that current address. So if you're not sure of what the rents are or what they could be, I'll show you that too, right here. All right, here we go, Rentometer. So this is basically just used to, say you're buying a house in wherever you're at, and you're like, how much do you think I could get for rent? So you just put in and then you do a guesstimate on the rent amount. Let's just say we think it's $300 and it's or $1,300, let's just say, and hit analyze address. Now, basically what it's going to show you is the average in this area for rentals is $905 for a 2-bedroom. I put $1,300 and it's showing it's way too high. So this will just give you an estimate of where you're at in that market, and it shows, a 2-bed is at $850 right down the road from this house. A 2-bed $950 over here. So it helps you, gives you some perspective on where the rents are in that current market. So this will be like, okay, what can I get for rents in this area? And then use the other calculator to see what your returns are. Here we go. All right, so now you know how to get rents for a potential rental property, and now you know how to run the numbers. Now let's do some deals. Come on, baby. Let's do some deals. Trying to get to 100 units like yesterday, bro. Let's go! Ow! This is getting more fun every day, I feel like.
You for sure.